Hello and welcome to the LJP Sportscast. I'm Cindy Mulvannon. Coming up, we'll sit down with Arkansas grad and Olympian Sandy Morris, and we'll discuss our roundtable, among other things, sexual harassment in sports. But first, it's time to talk some Arkansas women's basketball. Here's Josh Panetta.
The season is over for the Razorback women. They lost to Texas A&M Friday in the second round of the SEC tournament. But before we put a wrap on the season, let's take a look at the exciting game they recently played at home. The ladies welcomed LSU to town. Devin Cosper being recognized on senior night, the only senior on the team. But it was sophomore Kiara Williams who stole the show on this one. Here she gets the bucket on the great pass from Jalen Mason. Then Williams wheeling and dealing inside, showing off her post move for two more. How about the textbook pick and roll? Again, the dish from Mason. Then Williams saves the ball off a miss from Malika Monk, gets the rebound, and will put it back in. She scores a career-high 19 points along with 9 rebounds and 2 steals. What a great night from the sophomore from Little Rock. But LSU would hang on to the lead. First, the big block by Faustina Ifuma. And on the other end, Reagan Lewis beats the shot clock with the three. LSU up 9. Right before the half, it's Arkansas's Malika Monk with the half-court shot. And it goes. Razorbacks down 29-23 at the break. Second half, LSU would extend its lead. Chloe Jackson, the steal, and the layup. Tigers up 11. The Hawks come storming back. Monk weaves her way in and out of traffic and gets the layup. Then Monk stops and pops for a three. Coach Neighbors and the bench loving it. Cosper, the only senior, she started going just 1 out of 11, but this is her one, a big three late. Hogs are making a run. Great backdoor cut by Mason, and finally Monk again. She finished with 17 points and 4 rebounds. But here's the biggest shot of the night. Under a minute to go. Jackson gets the friendly roll on the baseline, Jay. The Tigers are back up 4. 45 seconds left. Monk tries to cut it to 1 with a 3, but it's no good. And Coach Neighbors knows this one is over. Hogs put up a fight, but lose to the Tigers, 62-57. So the Hogs finished Mike Neighbors' first season at 13-18, including a 4-14 record in the SEC. But they're only losing 1 senior, so many of these ladies will be back next season with an extra year of experience under their belts. Reporting from the studio, I'm Josh Panetta. Sydney, back to you.
Thank you, Josh. Coming up later, our roundtable will discuss 3 topics, including should college athletes be paid? But up next, Breckman Cargo will sit down with Arkansas alum and Olympic silver medalist Sandy Morris. The LJP Sportscast is coming right back. Welcome back to the LJP Sportscast. Sandy Morris graduated from the University of Arkansas in 2015 with a degree in broadcast journalism. While here, she won 3 national championships in the pole vault. Since then, she's turned pro, has set many records, and won the silver medal at the 2016 Summer Olympics. She's in the studio right now, standing by with Brett McCargo.
Thank you, Sydney. Welcome, Sandy. It's good to see you. Now, you just returned from England where you won your first world title. What does that mean to you?
Well, I've been seeking the gold for quite a while. I was silver Sandy there for a little bit. I got silver in Rio, I got silver at World Indoor Championships 2016, and I got silver in the World Outdoor Championships last year. So I was really, really seeking that gold. And for me, it means the world because I've been chasing to be able to call myself a world champion since I started pole vaulting, which was in 8th grade. And it's really surreal to be able to say it out loud. And it's not a dream anymore, it's reality. And so yeah, it just means so much to me, and I'm just gonna go from here. We've got World Outdoor Championships next year, and then the following year is Tokyo Olympics, so we'll see where that takes me.
All right. The 2020 Olympics are a little more than 2 years away. In 2016, you won the silver medal. How badly do you want that gold in Tokyo 2020?
Yeah, well, when I went into 2016, my goal was just to get a medal of any color. And I didn't really know how close I was going to be to winning the gold. It came down to my last attempt at 4 meters 90, which is 16 feet 1 inch, and I just barely brushed it off on my last attempt. And there was a moment when I was over the bar where I thought I had made it and I thought I had the gold. And so for a split second, I got to feel what it was like to be a gold medalist because I thought I was. But then the bar fell and I took the silver, and that moment will definitely motivate me for the rest of my career. And I want to feel that feeling for real. I want that gold medal. And it's just amazing to even have an opportunity like this. I mean, how many people in the world even get to go to the Olympics, period, in anything? And I have a real chance at winning it all this time. And so my goal last time was to go in and medal. My goal this time is to win it all. And I know I have a chance at that, and I'm going to give it everything I've got.
What do you like off the track, Sandy?
I have a lot of interests. I love animals. I love music. I play the guitar. I've got lots of pets. A lot of people are always shocked. I have snakes. I've got a couple of red-tailed boa constrictors, a ball python. I have a bird. I have a dog. So, I tell people all the time that my dream was always to have my own animal TV show and be like the female Steve Irwin. And maybe that's still something I could do, post track and field, but I'm hoping that I've still got another 8 to 10 years in me of pole vaulting. And after that, I don't know, maybe you'll see me on Animal Planet.
You also make interesting YouTube videos, including one titled Things People Say to Pole Vaulters.
All the people who don't know anything about pole vault watch you and are like, oh my God, aren't you scared? That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Can I try? Well, I've always had a passion for being creative, and what I love about video is, and they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and a video is worth 1,000,000. And so I love it because it's an outlet for me to be creative and be spunky. And yeah, so as you said, I do let loose in those videos. And being a pole vaulter is really interesting. There are a lot of elements that go into it. And there's also a lot of things that people, they're just curious about. So when I'm carrying my poles around, people are always shocked when they see it on top of my car or see me with them on my shoulder walking through an airport, and they think many things. They don't know what they are. So that video you mentioned is, it's quite funny, and it's just me being brutally honest.
Well, thank you very much, Sandy, and best of luck to you as you chase that Olympic gold medal.
Thank you.
Sydney, back to you.
Thank you, Brett. Our roundtable discussion is next. Stick around, we're coming right back. Welcome back to the LJP Sportscast. I'm Cindy Mulvannon. I'm joined now by my partners in crime, Brett McCargo and Josh Panetta. All right, guys, let's talk some sports. Topic number one, how do after-school programs like the Boys and Girls Club help kids stay out of trouble?
Well, from my personal experience, the Boys and Girls Club helped me interact with so many other kids my age, and we just get to talk about sports, play pool, the little games we had. Mm-hmm. It really helped us come together and really rise above our situation that we had at our home.
Yeah, and I feel like it's more like a team thing too, because personally as well, I was in Boys and Girls Club when I was in first grade, and so many kids get to come over and play sports, go swimming, roller skate, do whatever they want, and it's kind of a distraction from maybe family problems and some of the outside things that they're going through.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. It also keeps them active, and when you're active, it's kind of hard to get in trouble.
Yeah.
It really takes their minds off their situations at home, their adversity they have to go through each and single day. They could come home from school, go to the Boys and Girls Club, have fun with their friends, and then at the end of the day, that's something to look forward to each and every single day.
And that really helps them develop throughout the years in character and their virtue and how they're going to develop into young adults, really.
Mm-hmm. The Boys and Girls Club offers sports, basketball, football, baseball, and within those programs, it really teaches them discipline and how to really respect adults and how to basically sets them up for their future lives as well.
And the best part is that it's not just a local thing, it's a nationwide thing now. And we're going to go on to topic 2. Should athletes be paid in college?
You can do this one.
I believe that they're paid in a scholarship, because getting paid all that money to come to a school for free education is much different than someone having to pay tuition and fees just to come to a school. So I believe that's how they're paid.
Going off Roberts, I also agree I believe that with their scholarship, they are getting paid. They get to go to school for free. They get to play the sport that they love. I mean, it's a win-win situation. Why bring money into this and ruin everything for you, the family, the coaches, puts shame on the university for allowing it to happen, when in reality all you need is what they give you.
And, it's really like a compromise because football really didn't become such a big thing, or really sports, until the early 20th century in college. And they were kind of like saying, if you can't afford it, come play sports for us and we'll pay you to get your education. And that was the whole foundation of it. But nowadays, it's kind of like we get into the one and done rule where players leave after a year of basketball, or in football, players leave after 3 years and they don't get that degree. So it's kind of like sometimes that money goes into waste.
Again, with the scholarship thing, for me personally, the scholarship they receive from their sport it helps them develop them into, like, let's say if they want to go do professional football or professional basketball or baseball. It teaches them how to control their money. It teaches them how to, like, before they get the signing bonuses or their money to get from the contracts. Teaches them how to
Be humble.
Be humble about it. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. What are some more thoughts that you have, Brett? Because
I believe that they should not be paid because you see that the athletic department provides them with, like, clothes such as shoes, shirts, pants, and they pay so much just for them to play a game.
And one really big thing is that they actually provide tutors, especially when these guys go on the roads, because it's a long schedule for some of these athletes, especially in basketball. So having those tutors to keep up their grades, I mean, so many kids in college would love to have that, and they have that extra benefit.
And then it's a shame to go when they waste it away, selling their autographs or selling merchandise that they had to themselves just to earn personal gain from it. It really teaches them no value.
Exactly. And our last topic, sexual harassment in sports. I mean, this is a major thing that's happening, and more so in the 21st century. So how do you think we can stop this problem?
Well, just because athletes win championships and have millions of dollars doesn't give them the right to treat women or men differently just because they won a championship in their sport. It gives them no right to put themselves ahead of others and over here giving sexual harassment to women, and such as the Dallas Mavericks situation. Mark Cuban should have known what was going on in his own organization. Instead, he let it fly by just because his CEO was making revenue for them.
And what do you think about some of those ESPN analysts as well? I mean, because over the years, these men come in and they feel like they can just dominate over women because they haven't been in the sport as long as men. And so they feel like they have that total control to do and say what they want in those types of situations. So what do you think, Brett?
I think that we should get more women in there. Not only because, like you said, the men dominate, but when guys are around guys, they tend to talk differently. So if we have more women around guys, they should be able to kind of censor what they have to say.
And sports are fun. Everyone should get involved if they truly think it's for them and it's their passion. And more women shouldn't be afraid of going into the workplace because of this. And also, with so many accusations coming out, it's kind of come into a thing where is it real or is it not? And so many women are not being believed at what has happened because of it.
At the end of the day, it comes down to morals and how you expect people to treat you when you treat people differently, or you give them sexual harassment, you call them names, do inappropriate things to them at the workplace. When at the end of the day, they're just there to do their job.
And so you think it's kind of like a karma effect? Yeah. And the sad thing is one of the quotes from one of the victims of the women, she basically said, going up to some of the players, I have no problem talking to them, it's great. But then when she goes back to the workplace, she's afraid to go back. She can't stand the sight of going back because she's afraid what might happen to her as it happened to other women.
Maybe it's because behind the scenes, so you don't really get that full inside view behind the scenes in the organization itself, like they do when the players get into sexual harassment claims or accusations.
Exactly. Well, that was a great talk, guys. Okay, thank you, Brett and Josh. And that will do for the LJP Sportscast. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next year.